Hey guys, so I had a couple of people in my real life ask me this question, and so I thought that maybe some of you had the same question as well, because I think I had mentioned this in a previous video. If not, I did choose to give up my handicap parking placard. Um, so for those of you who may be new to my channel, after I got out of the inpatient rehab unit in November of 2024, I basically was given a 6-month temporary handicap parking placard, and my primary care provider would have given me an extension, so either a permanent one or another 6 months. However, I chose to not renew that, and there are multiple reasons why I chose not to renew that. So I basically felt like if I didn't renew it, then maybe it would give me more of a reason to work, not really a reason, but more of a push to work on getting back to my normal level of functioning, as normal as I can get. Because I do still think that there's going to be struggles that are going to last for a while from all of the health problems that I had and all of the physical issues that I continue to deal with. But I felt like by not having it, it would force me to exercise more, it would force me to walk longer distances, and it would force me to kind of get back to a normal routine of things. So for those of you who don't know, I did make a video about this. I have now progressed to being able to use either a rollator walker or a cane. So I am no longer a full-time wheelchair user. I honestly haven't even been using my wheelchair except to sit in at home. And I just sit in it. I don't like wheel around the house or anything like that. I just sit in it. And that's just because we don't really have a lot of room in the house right now. We're trying to get a shed and everything so that these can go in the shed, um, like these shelves and things that are storage right now, that are currently in the living room. But I basically, like I said, chose not to renew it because I felt like it would make me focus more on my therapies, make me focus more on getting back to a normal sense of self, as normal as I can. I felt like it would also give me more of a reason to focus on getting back to work and things like that, which obviously I have a job. I have a full-time job now working at Walmart, and I haven't started it yet. I start that next week, but I did have a part-time job working in an eye clinic, in an ophthalmology clinic as a technician, but I had to give that up because it was only part-time and there was no opportunity to move to full-time because they didn't have any full-time positions, and I just needed something that was full-time. So, like I said, I could have gotten another 6-month placard, but I also felt like I was doing good enough that I didn't really need it, and I felt like handicap parking spaces are already at a minimum, because there's so many, like especially even at Walmart, the um, the parking spaces are so limited that it's hard to find a space, even just as someone who has a handicap placard. Um, that I felt like it would be better off for me to allow people who really did have the more severe issues walking or issues getting into the store. I felt like it was better for me to leave those parking spaces for them. And obviously, I'm not able to drive right now, so it makes more sense. For people who are able to drive and who need that extra assistance getting into the store to use the little scooters or whatever they need, to be able to use those parking spaces. So it's not that I don't still need or maybe need at some times or on some days. I could really use the handicap parking placard, but I feel like I'm at a point now where it's not something that is necessary for every single day. And so obviously with me using either a rollator walker or a cane, I'm doing a lot more walking. And when I go shopping at Walmart, or even when I'm working at Walmart, I won't be using those mobility aids. I will be, when I shop at Walmart, I use like a grocery cart. And when I'm working at Walmart, I will be using a cart to push the cart around to pick up the items that I need for my job. So that is just a short little video explaining kind of why I chose to give it up. If you guys have any comments or questions, suggestions on topics you would like to hear me talk about on my channel in the future, let me know, and I would be glad to get something filmed for you. And yes, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys in tomorrow's video.